For the week of December 12th, 2021, this is Mojo Weekly. I am John.
I am the cream, the cream of the crop, and there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man, Jashie Savage. Ooh, yeah.
That's why we keep you around. Josh. Here's your news. Nothing happened this week, Josh. Nothing happened.
Not surprising.
Until Thursday, when Jeff Keighley put on the most hype show of all time, the 2021 Game Awards, where he teased not just one, not just two, but 8,000 world premiere exclusives. God damn it, man! Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me 7 years in a row. I mean, I fucked it up already. It should have been shame on you, but even the fact that he even fooled me once 7 years ago is shame on me.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious. Our savior, year. Jeff Keighley, huh?
Yeah, the savior of the game industry, Jeff Keighley.
Thank God.
God bless his passion. God not bless his
passion of the Keighley.
Passion of the Keighley. So I want to say on the outset that I think the Game Awards is a fine idea. You know, it's a fine thing. He needs to trim this thing down by like half. You know,
how long was it?
It was 4 hours, dude.
Jesus,
4 hours long, and
I don't understand.
It blurs the line between award show, preview show, and advertisement to such an extent that I can't tell what is what while I'm watching. I'm like, is this an award? Is this an ad? Is this a world premiere? Like, what is this? Like, by hour 4, it's like a fucking acid trip by hour 4. I don't even know what's going on. I don't care what's going on. They could announce the next Bonk's adventure and I'd be like, what? Whatever. I don't give a shit. You know, I'm just so fucking like, what?
Yeah.
So like I said, I think what his problem is he accepts any pitch that comes to him. It's like any fucking D-list fucking Korean developed PC piece of shit game. He's like, yeah, we'll put that in as a world premiere. We'll put that in hour 7. It'll be great. You know, like, just trim the fat, Jeff. And it's also to the point where it's like the awards. He spends so much time hyping shit, advertising shit, talking about the like Amazon Luna and Spotify's year-end wrap, that when it's time to announce the awards, he's like, all right, lightning round. We're going to do fucking 5 awards in a row. Okay. You know, action game of the year, RPG of the year, you know.
Oh, right.
And it's like in 30 seconds, he does like 5 awards and you're like,
sucks.
What is the goddamn point of this? You know?
Yeah. You'd want it to be the bullshit would be the 5 minutes and then the awards would be like a couple minutes set up for each one. That's at least how I'd hope it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious. It's like, we got 4 awards to go and it's hour 4. Shit. What do we do?
Yeah. And I feel bad because, you know, he's talking about, you know, it's gaming's biggest night and we're going to celebrate the developers. And by the way, here's lightning round of the awards. You get an award, you get an award, you get an award, you get an award. All right. An ad for Spotify. Let's roll, you know, and then here's 10 minutes of Imagine Dragons. Woohoo. You know, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So the pacing of it every year is just like, what the fuck? And like I said, I think it's a fine concept, you know, it just really needs to be refined. But anyway, Josh, let's talk about what they showed.
All right. If we have to.
And I'm going to try to make this less than 4 hours, right? Yeah, right. So the pre-show, Josh, started at 6:30 Central Time, and it was a half hour long. And in that time, man, they showed like a dozen games. Some cool, some like who gives a shit, but let's roll through some of them. We got Tunic, which I believe is an Xbox exclusive, coming out to Game Pass. They talked about this at E3 probably a year or 2 ago. I don't even know, but it's the Fox game. It's if Link was a fox, basically.
Oh, okay. I do remember that.
Looks really good. Coming out on March 16th. All right. So
Okay.
it's good that we have a release date coming to Game Pass, I assume. King of Fighters 15 coming out on February 17th for
Hell
PS5
yeah.
and PS4. Looks good, right?
Yep.
Here's something that I don't remember seeing before. You remember the Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy, the Friday the 13th, asymmetrical online game.
Yes.
Asymmetrical, is that? Yeah, that's the word, right? Well, they're making something similar, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's cool. All right, sure. Fucking why not? They showed.
Is it the same development team?
I don't know about that. I don't think
I
so.
hope not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Homeworld 3, The Expanse, Telltale Games is back, and they're making a game based on, I think, the Amazon show, The Expanse, the sci-fi show.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. Expanse is excellent. Great book series.
Yeah. Platinum is, they showed once again Babylon's Fall. It looks better than it did at E3. I love Platinum games, but this game just, the look of it doesn't fucking do it for me. I don't know. Who knows? Chivalry 2, people apparently love this game. It's a PC game, so I don't know shit about it. Monster Hunter Rise, they announced a new expansion. They called it a massive expansion. It's called Sunbreak, coming out summer for Switch.
You're a big fan of Monster Hunter Rise, aren't you?
I don't know if I was a big fan. I bought it because I had two asshole friends who were like, let's buy it and play it together. Guess how many times we played it? Goose egg. I
Nice.
enjoyed what I played. It was the one and only Monster Hunter game I've ever played. But anyway,
Nice.
Thirsty Suitors.
Thirsty
Suitors.
Suitors?
Yeah. What's that fucking Scott Pilgrim? It looks like Scott Pilgrim if Scott Pilgrim was an Indian girl and she cooked a lot. I don't know. Whatever.
Thirsty Suitors.
Thirsty Suitors.
So Thirsty Suitors.
Yeah, I don't know.
So is it about like suitors that are thirsty?
It's about it's about an Indian girl who has to battle her past lovers.
Oh my God. That sounds horrible.
it looked way too precious for my taste. And of course it's published by Annapurna, so I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Evil West. This one looks cool to me. They showed this at E3 as well. This is like a demon cowboy game. Looked kind of neat. This one's cool. Have a Nice Death. Shitty name, but looked like a cool game. Had kind of a like a Hollow Knight, but with like a little skull dude running around. Right? Had kind of a good vibe.
Is it weird that I'm not a big fan of Hollow Knight? Is that weird?
No, it's not.
Oh,
not to me. It's you and me are pretty much the only two people.
I think that's it then.
Yeah, you and I are the only two people on the planet who don't give a shit about that game.
Yeah, I've watched people play it. I've even tried it myself, and I was like, meh. Like, I don't know. What's the big deal? Why is everybody so hyped over this?
I have no idea. I played it for about 3 hours and like just waiting to love it. And that didn't happen. So I was like, okay, putting it down. But man, I'm almost afraid to say that because I feel like we're going to get death threats.
Cool. Hollow Knight sucks balls.
Oh, hey, he said it, not me. Not me. I just said I didn't care for it. Anyway, Planet of Lana, no idea. And then Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, a fighting game based on Persona 4, of all things, coming out to PS4, Switch, and Steam. So that was...
They're actually pretty awesome fighting games when they do those.
That was the pre-show. That was your pre-show, Josh.
Damn. Ham, girl.
Ham. All right. Here comes the actual show. Boy, oh boy. Let's roll. Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. I never played Hellblade 1. This trailer, they really wanted me to be excited about it. It was pretty, and they were being attacked by what looked like somebody, one of those big creatures from Attack on Titan. That's what it looked like to me. And Attack on Titan, that's another thing that people just shit themselves over. And I watched the entire series and I was waiting to enjoy it, and I never did. I kept watching it. I'm like, God damn it, people love this. One of these episodes,
people do love it.
One of these episodes is just going to hook me. Watch the whole thing.
See, it was supposed to have been the first episode that hooked you because you're supposed to get an uneasy, uncomfortable feeling with how
just
scary it is.
Giant naked people running around eating.
Giant naked people at a buffet. Basically, that's what it is. And that ruined buffets for me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because all like when people stacking up pyramids on their plates and they're all like their eyes are all googly eyed on one way and they're kind of just stumbling towards the buffet table. I'm like, yeah, this is Attack on Titan, and I'm grossed out by it now. It is.
This one's interesting. Star Wars Eclipse, made by the made by the folks who did Detroit and the fucking origami game, Heavy Rain. All those games.
The trailer looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful. I liked Heavy Rain. I never played Detroit. Detroit did not get good reviews. I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Detroit was a good game.
Yeah.
That Star Wars Eclipse trailer was the very best thing out of Star Wars since Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Right. They announced a Wonder Woman game. So
yeah, saw that too. Weird.
I'll check that out. Alan Wake 2. People are very excited for Alan Wake 2. The only thing I remember about Alan Wake 1 is Pacific Northwest and batteries. So I liked it. I'm pretty sure I finished it on the 360. Didn't leave a huge impression. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie trailer with Jim Carrey doing a little intro to it. I just watched the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I finished watching it about a half hour ago.
No way, really?
Yeah, it didn't make me throw up, so I think that qualifies as a success.
Yeah, no, it was fun, and I get it. It's designed for kids, and I went into it with very low expectations, and I was like, well, this is fine. My kids enjoyed it. We all laughed. I'm fine with it. Yeah,
I got to the end of it. I didn't have a bowl of puke next to me. I was like, nice job, guys. You didn't make me puke. Good job. Yeah. Horizon Forbidden West showed more of it. Looks like Horizon. Looks great.
Looks great.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is coming to PC like next week. If you're into that, I'm not going to play Intergrade until part 2 of that game comes out, or just before, just to kind of get myself hyped up for it again. Destiny 2, the Witch Queen. You're a Destiny 2 guy, right?
I am. Yeah, we're eagerly anticipating February for that. Nice. Should be pretty cool. They're making us spend basically the entire price of admission all over again. It's a $60 expansion, so it better be fucking amazing.
Yeah. This might have been the most interesting thing to me. Slitterhead. This is made by the creator of Silent Hill.
Ooh.
And it looks bonkers. Looks super cool. And it was just like a cinematic trailer. Didn't show any gameplay. I just loved the vibe of it. Looked really cool.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Nightingale, all of a sudden, like, they're putting people in like Victorian clothing and having them run around shooting fucking aliens and zombies and shit. I don't understand this trend. Like, women with like bustiers and parasols and shit, and then whipping out a shotgun. Like, I don't understand it. Whatever. Fucking, I don't know, Beat Saber, Lady Gaga, I don't know, whatever. They showed Gollum again. They're still making a game starring Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. My precious Gollum.
Yeah. Somerville, it's on this list. I don't remember anything about it, so I'm going to pass it up. They finally announced the release date for Cuphead's The Delicious Last Course DLC.
Wow.
Not coming out until June, unfortunately.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Get it polished.
Looked great, though, and the trailer was awesome. So
I think
awesome.
Cuphead was in development for like 9 years anyway, so I'm not surprised by this.
Yeah. Speaking of Sonic, we've got a new open world Sonic game called Sonic Frontiers. Hard for me to get excited about a Sonic game these days.
Yeah. The main key here is never get excited for Sonic games.
Never. That is the best advice you can give anyone. When your children graduate from high school and they're going off into the world and they're leaving your house, the best piece of advice you can say is, son or daughter, here's my advice. Never get excited for a Sonic game.
Never.
They'll thank you until your deathbed. On your deathbed, They'll say, thank you for that advice, Father.
Yep. That's why the good one, I was going to say the good ones, but the good one, it like blows away and exceeds your expectations. And you're like, wow, This is really good.
Exactly. Fucking a Warhammer game, whatever. This Chia, remember we talked about Chia? not Chia Pet.
Chia.
Yeah.
Oh.
They announced a release date for that. I don't remember what it was. Whatever. It looks like it looks like Zelda. It looks like Breath of the Wild. It looks fine.
Oh yeah, you did. You were hyping that one up.
Chia. I don't know if I was hyping it up. I was just
Chia.
struggling to pronounce it. You know what? They showed a little bit more of the Suicide Squad game, and it
looks frantic,
interesting.
Yeah, it does. It looks like every single character has a very different style of gameplay, so that it'd almost be like playing completely different characters. Because like King Shark and Harley, like they looked crazy different. And I think there was the blowy uppy guy. I can't remember names. The guy that throws bombs and explodes and shit. Like he was like flying all over the place and blowing up shit. And it looked like God, what was that one game? Oh no, I can't remember. But it was like an Xbox exclusive where you're blowing up shit. And
it looks like Sunset Overdrive to me.
Yes, thank you. Yes, It looks like Sunset Overdrive, but with the Suicide Squad characters.
Yeah.
So I was like, hell yeah.
That surprised me when I was watching it. I was like, fuck, this looks like Sunset Overdrive. I think I might want this because I love Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, good game.
Forspoken. They showed this again, and it actually looked like a game this time. This was one that they showed at E3, and I was like, I don't even know what this is. You're not showing me anything. It's a bunch of story.
Weird.
It's a girl from modern times back in like medieval times. I don't know what's happening. And this time they actually showed gameplay. Kind of looks interesting. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. So there you go. Among Us update. They're also making Among Us VR. If you're into that.
The Among Us VR, I think, would be fun. But I think a lot of people have already created a lot of Among Us VRs and things like the Rec Room games or whatever, those creative like types of VR games. They've kind of done that themselves too. But I've heard some things about the Among Us updates and stuff. And actually, my kids are big into it. And they were talking about it, and they've kind of overcomplicated a very, very simple concept that they should have just left alone. Now there's more roles, like you can be an imposter and a regular crew member, and you can be all these other things now. And it's like, see, you're taking it too far, and you're going to make it less fun.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Where are we at? Oh, Saints Row. They showed some gameplay from that coming out in August, I think they said. You're into that. Dune Spice Wars.
Yes.
Dune fans.
Do it for the spice.
They showed once again, for what seems like the 1,000th time, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. The Borderlands spinoff, I guess. More Genshin Impact stuff. Steel Rising looked okay. I don't really remember much about it.
We talked about it last week. It's isn't that Steel Rising is the Beneath a Steel Sky sequel?
No,
that was Beyond a Steel Sky.
Yep.
Never mind.
This one is interesting. This is like a fucking, it looked like Quake Arena, but it's like a rhythm game with like metal singers, and it's called Metal Hellsinger. And it's got music with like screamy like metal dudes like from Lamb of God and all these other bands and shit.
What?
When I was watching, I was like, "Is this Quake Arena? Like, what the fuck is this?" You know?
Wow.
Yeah, it looked interesting. I'm not going to play it, but it looked interesting.
Interesting. Was it like a heavy metal Geomatrix? Do you remember that one?
Yeah, a little bit.
It had like Halford and Megadeth. And...
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Telltale again back with Star Trek Resurgence.
I thought they went on a business. Come on, stay out of business if you're going to die. Jesus.
Rumbleverse. I think this is from Epic, and this looks like just a multiplayer online game where you just run around and just beat the piss out of each other. Looked interesting. Had a cartoony look. This next game, I don't understand the appeal. A Plague Tale Requiem. They showed this at E3, and I remember being like, this game looks like misery. Like you're just running around trying to escape hordes of rats and disease, and it just looks awful.
Jesus.
It takes place like in, colonial times and shit. And I'm like, God damn, it's like the Black Plague. I don't know. It fucking looks terrible.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah. Dying Light 2, Stay Human. They showed a bit of that.
Sure.
Crossfire X. I don't know. Whatever.
Wait a second. Is that like the board game Crossfire?
No.
Please. No?
No, I don't think so.
Remember Crossfire? Remember the board game?
No.
Remember when you're like sitting there slamming the things and you're shooting at each other? It's like Crossfire, Crossfire.
That'd be pretty awesome. We're getting near the end here. Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. I'm pretty sure they showed that at E3, or at least maybe at one of Sony's things. I forget.
Yeah, I've heard that one piped up a few years in a row. A lot of the White Wolf fans are getting pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, GTFO. Apparently, this was a shadow drop. Came out at that moment. They announced it. That the poor guy who announced it was nervous as fuck, and he was like stuttering and and Jeff was trying to help him along. And I felt bad for the guy. You could tell
that's hilarious.
He was just terrified to be on camera. But anyway, if you want to play GTFO, go play it now, I guess. Here's something. I'm not a big Halo guy. I need to go play Halo Infinite. It's loaded on my Xbox downstairs right now, but
I've heard good things about it.
They showed a trailer for the Halo TV series on that dog shit streaming service Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus is awesome. I've just recently gotten it. I like it.
That app sucks.
I like it.
It
only using on Macintosh.
It only took them 6 months to have like a watch list, so that was cool. And then now, like when I try to play it, it auto plays the trailer when you go to the movie or the show, and then when you start playing the show, it keeps playing the trailer audio in the background. Oh, it's fantastic!
Good grief, that's amazing.
But I don't want to detract from the Halo TV show trailer, which actually looked really good. It looked like it has a serious ass budget. It fucking looked like the game. But
good.
In
That's
real
awesome.
life, it's just unfortunate.
Is it going to be as good as Red versus Blue? Is that what we're expecting here? Are they just going to be standing around talking about like who's going to take a piss and crouch down and
that'd be
hump
awesome.
each other and stuff?
Yeah, they're going to
that would be great.
each other. It's just unfortunate that it's on Paramount Plus. Elden Ring, they showed again. I get like everybody's like hyped for Elden Ring. It won.
Everybody's hyped for that.
It won like most anticipated game 2 years in a row now, and blah blah blah. But I'm like, this game comes out in like 2 months. We don't need any more hype. And the trailer was a story trailer. And I'm like, I get it. Like people are excited for this, but at this point I'm like, let's just go dark on this.
Yeah.
People are it's going to sell a bajillion copies. It's hard for me to get hyped.
Yeah. I've heard a few people talking about Elden Ring, and then you got a new Gollum game coming out. There's a lot of things with the word ring in them.
And it does look like Lord of the Rings. It looks like it's got the ring wraiths, the dudes on the horses riding through the thing. It's literally got a ring. It's got the crown. I'm like, is this a Lord of the Rings game? Nope, it's Elden Ring. And then
it was a little weird when the trailer kind of came up and they were like showing the riders, and it was like riders in the sand. Like, this is a little weird crossover, but I guess it's the one we needed.
I guess. And then Nintendo decided to kind of show up. And they showed...
Hey, it's Nintendo.
They showed a sizzle reel of games coming in 2022, and it was all games that we already knew were coming, and it was no new footage. It was about 30 to 60 seconds of maybe 5-second clips of stuff they've already shown that's coming.
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks.
Yeah. They just showed up and they're like, here's a bunch of Splatoon 3. It's like, oh, fuck off. It's full of shit. Get out of here.
And that'd be one thing, but here's some footage of Splatoon 3 that you've already seen. And here's some footage of that new open world Kirby game that you've already seen. And
you know what, though? This is Nintendo. This is what they do. In a week, you're going to get an email or a message on YouTube, and they'll be like, the new Nintendo Treehouse Direct. And then they're going to be like, here it is, F-Zero X2. Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do this? And Pilot Wings 3. Like, wow.
And I was on a forum, and somebody was like, God damn it, Nintendo, why would you do this? And they were like, why would they show something here? They don't want to debase themselves.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, they wouldn't.
Fair enough. And then Arc Raiders looked cool. It looked next gen. And then their big finale was this Matrix Unreal 5 experience that you can download for free. Now, at first I was poo-pooing it. I'm like, big fucking deal, right? This is what you're going to end with? And then I started reading people's impressions. that were like, holy fuck, this is legit. You need to download this demo. Because it's basically just a tech demo, right? And it's just to show what the Unreal 5 engine can do and all this shit. And they're like, you need to check it out. So I downloaded it. I have yet to go check it out. Just haven't had time. But yeah, it's supposed to be like, oh my God, this is what next gen games can look like in the future. Blah, blah,
really?
Blah. So
what did you download it on?
PS5.
Hell yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll have to do that too.
Yeah. So I'll check it out. That, my friend, was the Game Awards. Anything on there that catches your interest?
Not a fucking thing. But
I love it.
You're talking about a new Matrix, like a demo or whatever. You remember Enter the Matrix back in the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube era?
Yeah.
Pretty fucking good game. Like, for real. It was pretty fun. It was a nice, good continuation of the Matrix movies storyline that wasn't dog shit terrible. So, new Matrix is always good. That's a good thing. Their video games have been pretty decent. So,
yeah, Keanu.
I don't know. I don't know. What did you say? You said something about Cupheads. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Cuphead DLC. Yeah.
I don't know. Not much else. Nintendo's a bunch of dicks. So I mean, there's that. And
I kind of love it. Though.
Yeah.
I kind of love their balls. They're just like, fuck you.
It took 45 seconds of it up. They're like, of the 4 hours, 45 seconds, Nintendo was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's hilarious.
Game of the year went to It Takes Two.
Oh, good. Good for them. That's a really good game.
It's a good game. It's not fucking Game of the Year, but it's a good game.
I don't know what would be good Game of the Year then, though.
My vote was for Psychonauts 2. I fucking love that game.
Oh, yeah. You did like that one a lot.
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was the most creative thing I've played in years.
Nice.
But Metroid 1 adventure game, I think, or something like that.
Huh. Okay.
Deathloop won a bunch of stuff.
It would have been really funny if Metroid Dread won Metroidvania Game of the Year.
Right. So that's that, man, and that's kind of our news. I think we've gone for what fucking time is it here?
1,000,000 minutes.
Yeah, we've gone.
We're doing
enough. Good. Fucking almost a half hour on that. So let's move along, my friend, to the new releases. Maybe. Simply does not want to play the transition music. So awesome. Yeah. How are you doing over there?
You can't hear the music?
No, it's just fucking not playing.
I hear it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking interesting.
No.
Hey, there it is.
I'm kidding. I was fucking with you. No, I couldn't hear anything.
You hear it in your head. Yeah.
Now I heard it though. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So new releases. Here we go. Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon coming to PS4, Switch, and PC. So that's interesting. You know.
That is interesting. What's that?
It's a new Shovel Knight kind of spin-off kind of game.
You have that information. Thank you. That's what I needed to know. It would be cool if they did a Shovel Knight Pocket Edition and then it played and looked like a Neo Geo Pocket Color game or a Game Boy Pocket game. That would be nifty.
That's a puzzle game, man. Cool. It's a puzzle game.
Oh, fuck that shit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it looks like Street Fighter or Super Puzzle Fighter, fucking whatever.
Okay, that's a great game. Maybe I'll check it out, but I doubt it.
Among Us is coming to next gen consoles as well as PS4 and Xbox One. I had no idea it wasn't on PS4 and Xbox One yet.
I knew it was on Switch.
We have got, my friend, a next gen game coming to PS5. It is the Smurfs Mission Vileaf Smurftastic Edition.
Thank you, God! Finally!
Yeah.
Yes!
Here's something fucked up. Alien Isolation is coming to mobile, like iOS and Android. Oh, wow. Weird, right?
Interesting. Did you ever play the Switch version of that?
No, played the PS4 version, though.
I played it on Xbox One, and I played it on Switch. It's interesting on Switch. Those Joy-Cons, not the best controllers for Alien Isolation, fortunately.
I mentioned already in the news that Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is coming to PC.
Yep.
There are a million Five Nights at Freddy's games, and here's another one called Security Breach coming to the PlayStations and the PC.
Yay.
And then finally, this is one that people seem to be really into, coming to the Xboxes and the PC, The Gunk. The Gunk.
Is that a sequel to the Sega Genesis game The Ooze?
No.
God damn it, John.
You're just all over the place. You struck out again, my friend. But yeah,
nothing new there.
People seem to be really excited for this. It's coming to Game Pass, I think. So check it out.
The Gunk.
The Gunk, man. All right. So that is it for the new releases. As long as our software cooperates with us, it's time for Dale and his retro recap.
Hey, MoJoWeekly listeners, this is Dale, and welcome back to this week's retro recap of the latest retro re-releases, remasters, and remakes. As always, credit for this goes to Mr. GSK from Retronauts.com and LimitedRunGames.com. Let's get to it. There's only one physical release this week, and that is for the Game Boy Color puzzle platformer cult hit Toki Tori, courtesy of Limited Run Games, open pre-order for $40. And this is an authorized reissue, courtesy of Limited Run Games. The Arcade Archives release this week, moving on to digital releases, is Dragon Buster for the Switch and PS4 for $8, and that is the background music for this week, and that first hit the coin-op scene from Namco in 1984, and I agree with GSK on classifying Dragon Buster as a spiritual predecessor to Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link after checking out some gameplay footage of this side-scrolling action RPG. The first Paper Mario game is now available on the N64 channel on the Switch, and it's part of your Switch expansion pass. So if you want to take a look at this kind of unofficial follow-up to Super Mario RPG, done by a different developer at Intelligent Systems, it shares a lot of the similar tone and humor and turn-based battles, but now introduces an irresistible art style. We have a pair of shmups being ported over to PC via Steam next. First is Castle of Shikigami 2 for $20, and this port now sees updated features for experienced players like an arranged mode and being able to swap between character ships instantly. If you prefer a console version, GSK notes it will be releasing on Switch early next year. Another shmup receiving a Steam port this week is Crimson Clover World Explosion for $20. And this bullet hell shooter was a hit earlier this year for the Switch on Shmup Appreciation 2021. And if you already owned the previous PC version, then Steam will be offering it for half off for the next 6 months. Next up is a dual release of Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX for Switch, iOS for mobile, and PC via Steam for $30. And this combines the first two PS1 monster breeding RPGs with all new quality of life upgrades like faster loading and optional fast forwarding. The second season of the Sam & Max episodic adventure games are newly remastered, and it's titled Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space Remastered, and that is available on the Switch, Xbox One and Series, and the PC via Steam for $20. And it has similar highlights as the first season remaster, being vastly improved visuals, audio, and gamepad support. And finally, we have the Legend of Mana remaster for iOS and Android for $22, and that is the port of the same remaster that arrived earlier this year for the PS4 and PC, with gamepad support for up to 2 players on a cell phone, believe it or not. That wraps it up for this week. You can find full notes for this with some handy links for some random footage of some of these games on the MoJoMenace.com forums. Back to you, John and Jash.
All right, Josh, time for the game spotlight. Ooh, I noticed you got your Matrix glasses on now. You ready to roll?
Absolutely, and since we're so close to the holiday season, I know, John, just deep down inside, you're ready to talk about Christmas games, and I'm ready to talk about the one Super Nintendo game that didn't have our former president Donald Trump on the cover like Super Soccer Champ did, but this game included him in the theatrical release of Home Alone 2. That's right, THQ's amazing holiday thriller, Home Alone 2 on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
This is why we keep you around, because I never in a million years would I have even thought of Home Alone 2.
Well, I remember renting it because I loved Home Alone 2, the movie. And THQ was in a point in time when they were like, if there were terrible games coming out, you knew to look on the label for LJN or THQ during the 8-bit and 16-bit eras.
Yeah.
And this game was no different. Home Alone 2 played horrifically. It was a side-scrolling action game that you would run around through like multi-levels, like when you're running around through downtown New York, you get into buildings and they were like 44 stories tall, and you're constantly being chased by Harry and Marv, and you're constantly having to like set stupid little traps. I believe there was a Genesis release that was actually made by Sega that wasn't even that much better, but they were just like cashing in on shit because of the fact that it was Home Alone, Kevin McAllister, Macaulay Culkin, and it isn't good. But weirdly enough, it's not the worst game in the history of all time. Yeah. And I actually kind of like to go back and revisit it every year around the holidays. I spend about 30 seconds on it and say, wow, this is dog shit. Yeah. But it's really, really funny and really, really poorly done. I wish it had more, Rob Schneider's in it? Tim Curry was in it. Like, there's good actors in that movie.
Wait, stop. You can't say Rob Schneider was in it and then follow it up with, so there were really good actors in it.
Yeah,
it's fucking Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider was hilarious in that movie, and so is Tim Curry. Tim Curry's amazing.
Fair enough.
See, that's what could possibly be a better holiday themed video game than Home Alone 2, John?
I feel like you're setting me up. You're teeing me up so I can knock it out of the park by saying Christmas Nights.
What? You son of a bitch! All right, fine. That might be a much, much better game, actually. Yes.
So let's talk about Christmas Nights a little bit. I'm pretty
What a strange thing. Wasn't it like a free game too?
It's free, man. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have a copy of it somewhere in my basement. I don't know that I've spent more than maybe 20 minutes on it in my life.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool that that companies did this at one point in time. Like, wouldn't it be neat? You know, like, I guess now they have like DLC or like skins that they throw on stuff. Like, the kids like their fucking Fortnite skins, and around Christmas they can wear their goddamn Santa suit and all that shit. But wouldn't it be cool if, like, just out of nowhere, Nintendo would be like, oh, by the way, here's Super Mario Odyssey. Here's a Christmas level. Have fun, guys.
Right.
You know, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great?
That would be super cool. That'd be super cool. And that's exactly like what you're saying. That Christmas nights, that kind of did start at something. Maybe it was the first time that this had ever happened in video games. I'm not even sure if there was like Christmas editions or special little DLC type editions. Because it was like what, 2 levels or something like that, and it was like a free disc, and you pop it in, play it or whatever. I can't remember it because I still don't actually own a Christmas Nights. I've just heard a lot about it. Yeah. But like all these MMOs and all these online games and stuff like that, they always have the Christmas events. Destiny's got a holiday event. You know, I remember Phantasy Star Online. Yeah. In the main dock, or the main where you load up all your parties and stuff like that, Christmas trees all around it, and everything was Christmas themed. The music was Christmassy, and it was like, God, this is so cool. Like that kind of kicked it off. And Christmas Nights was just this crazy anomaly from the mid '90s, and it was like, yeah, what a cool concept, what a cool idea.
Great concept, man. Love it.
All
right,
man.
Well, we are ready, my friend, for the last question. All right, and here it is. I want you to tell me what is the best licensed movie game you've ever played.
You've already asked this question.
Have I?
Haven't you?
And I'm pretty sure you probably said like fucking Batman Forever.
I did say Batman.
Yeah, it was Batman. All right, second best then. We're like 150 episodes in. I'm bound to recycle a question every now and then.
Shit. Okay.
All right.
Why don't you reverse the question? Why don't you reverse the question and say, what's the best movie based on a video game that you've ever seen?
There you go. Nailed it. Go ahead. Best movie based on a video game.
And I think this is purely based on nostalgia. Am I going to forget something here? All right, I'm just going to say it. Mortal Kombat. The original Mortal Kombat. I loved it. It's tacky. It's campy as hell, but it's so fucking fun, and it had the best soundtrack. If it wasn't for that movie, we wouldn't have, Mortal Kombat, because that wasn't in Mortal Kombat 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It was that movie that kicked that off. And man, I love that soundtrack. Dude, I bought the CD. I remember when I went to Wausau. I went to Cedar Creek to watch it. Now here's the location. And then I went to like Record Town in the mall, or maybe it was the other one. I can't remember the other record store. No, it must have been Weebies. Bought the CD, and that's got KMFDM on it. It's got Typo Negative on it. It's got Gravity Kills on it. Like, that whole album is fucking amazing. And it was just, good shit. That's my favorite video game movie ever. Mortal Kombat.
Right. I'm on Wikipedia right now.
Oh, Christ.
and I'm looking at a list of video or movies based on video games, and I'm struggling.
There's going to be a new Mario movie in 2022.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
And a new Sonic 2 movie.
I'm struggling to find one that I would consider watchable.
You can't count anime, right? Or animated.
I mean, I guess I could count animated.
Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, is fantastic.
Yeah.
Which also includes KMFDM.
I mean, there are all the Pokemon movies.
Yeah.
Shit, man. This is rough. It's rough.
What about any of the like 7 Resident Evil movies?
All bad.
Really?
That Dragon Quest animated one wasn't terrible because it's based on Dragon Quest V, which is like an awesome game. And
the one on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess I could roll with that one. Maybe.
Not Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Honestly, I never watched it. It just looked
It's
bad.
the one. It's possibly the worst film ever made. It's just an abomination. I hate it.
I mean,
hate it.
If we're talking live action, I might have to go with the movie I watched like an hour ago. I might have to go with Sonic.
Huh?
Yeah, I might have to.
Wow.
It's
There was a new Mortal Kombat earlier this year that was pretty fun too.
Yeah, that one was okay. It was all right. I didn't mind it. My kid loved it. Yeah, I guess I fucking got to go with Sonic. It's weird, right?
I've got a weird nostalgia pull for the Super Mario Brothers movie with Bob Haskins and John Leguizamo. It's stupid, and I left the movie theater thinking, wow. But over the years, I came to love it, and it's just kind of become a part of its lore. Like, I enjoy that.
Still have never watched it.
You got to do it.
I never watched The Wizard either, man. Never watched it.
What?
Crazy,
That's
right?
crazy.
I know. Never.
I love The Wizard. The Wizard. It's a great movie.
So that's it for us.
All right. Yeah, we better stop.
We better stop. Where are we at this point, man? We're at a long time. We've been rolling a while.
It's all right. Our listeners love it when we go past 40 minutes.
Do they? I don't know that I've ever gotten that feedback. If you want to find more of our stuff, you can go to mojomenace.com. On the front page of our site, you can find our forums. You can find our Discord chat. You can find our merch store. Buy some merch, man. Give me a couple bucks, will you? Why not?
Come on, man.
You could go to youtube.com/MojoMenace. Twitch, we're at Mojo Menace. All the social medias, Mojo Menace. Josh, where can they find you?
Dude, you guys got to hang out with me on Twitch. Last night, instead of doing that video game spectacular award show that you wound up wasting 4.5 hours of your life doing,
I literally had to watch it for work. Otherwise, there's
no
way I would have watched it.
I was on Twitch playing Dragon Slayer, The Legend of Heroes on the TurboGrafx CD.
Dragon's Lair?
With Dragon Slayer, like the band.
Oh, Dragon Slayer. Gotcha.
Slayer, yes. And you can find me on Twitter, on Twitch, on whatever. Just do, you search for @_Joshua Turbo, but don't forget the underscore, as it is the most important underscore in all of the internet.
And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Peace.